This is Earth. A major environmental threat currently facing Earth is its changing climate. But many people do not understand the processes that regulate Earth's climate. One of the key processes that controls Earth's climate is the greenhouse effect. Surrounding the Earth is a layer of greenhouse gases that make up our atmosphere. Some of the most common greenhouse gases include water vapor, which comes from the evaporation of water collected in lakes, rivers, and streams, or from transpiration or perspiration, which is when water vapor leaves from the leaves of trees, or when animals like humans sweat. Carbon dioxide, which is a product of cellular respiration and metabolic process in many organisms, or it can also come from the burning of fossil fuels, like in the combustion engines of cars burning gasoline, or in factories or power plants that burn things like coal. A third greenhouse gas is methane. Methane is released from livestock, especially in high concentrations from industrial agricultural systems. Methane is also released to the atmosphere through the decomposition of waste in landfills, as well as the decomposition of organic matter in bogs, wetlands, and melting tundra. A fourth greenhouse gas is nitrous oxide, which comes from the combustion of fossil fuels like coal, as well as from the denitrifying work of bacteria in soil. One final greenhouse gas is ozone, or O3, which forms in the atmosphere when ultraviolet radiation strikes oxygen molecules. Ozone forms a layer that reduces the penetration of ultraviolet radiation, which causes sunburns and skin cancer. Now that we know some common greenhouse gases, we can see their role in regulating Earth's climate. As solar radiation passes through our atmosphere, some of that energy is absorbed by the plants, water, and the surface of the planet. However, much of it is reflected back towards space from surfaces like snow, ice, and water. Lots of this reflected heat travels back into space, but some of it is reflected back towards Earth. This trapped solar radiation allows for Earth's climate to remain warm enough to support life. Without it, Earth would be much colder, especially at night. This is called the greenhouse effect because it functions on a planetary scale just as a greenhouse does. Energy from the sun passes through the glass or plastic panels of a greenhouse and get reflected back in, creating a warmer growing environment than outside the greenhouse. So how does this relate to human behavior? As we emit more and more greenhouse gases through the sources discussed earlier, like burning fossil fuels, this layer of greenhouse gases becomes thicker. More greenhouse gases trap more solar radiation, letting less heat dissipate to space, causing an increase in the average temperature of the planet. Now that you know why Earth's climate is changing, go find out what you can do to reduce your contribution to greenhouse gas emissions.